Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Charles with the Exodus Logistics Learning Centers, which features the Dispatcher 101 training for beginners, as well as the Freight Brokering 101 training for beginners. Today, I want to announce that the Exodus Logistics Learning Center will be reinstating its carrier services, its dispatching services for owner operators. If you are an owner operator that has either a new authority, you just gotten your authority, 90 days or less being active, or if you are a seasoned owner operator, particularly those owner operators who have 53-foot dry van trailers, 53-foot reefer or refrigerator trailers, and 48 or 53-foot flatbed trailers. And if you are in need of dispatching services, if you are in need of experienced dispatching from an organization or people who used to be carriers, who know about the ins and outs of dispatching, who knows how to send carriers to areas and from areas where the freight is high as far as inbound and outbound in those particular states, because we all know as carriers, time is money. If you want dispatchers who have that experience, who have the experience in when things happen all of a sudden, because emergencies happen, things happen. So you want a dispatcher who reacts quickly and get those problems solved. Consider Exodus Dispatching Services or Exodus Dispatch Services, our load management. We load plan you for, let's say, a week at a time, 2 weeks at a time, a month at a time, however long you want to run. We ask that when you do our dispatcher agreement, our service agreement, our dispatching packet, that you put in your profile the least amount of cents per mile that you would take to move your truck, the weight that you want to haul the most, not the max weight, but what you want to haul to the most, because we understand that you want to save on fuel costs. We understand these numbers because we used to do these numbers. We understand hours of service because we used to do hours of service. So wouldn't it be a nice, a refreshing concept to have a dispatcher working under you, under your trucking company that knows the business, right? So we also want to have copies of when you return our dispatching packet to us so we can get you in our system and start dispatching, finding loads for you, managing loads for you. We also want copies of your W-9, your MC, your certificate of insurance, and an NOA if you have a factory company. So we understand all these concepts because we deal with brokers daily. We deal with shippers a lot. So we know what they want in order to get you set up. You know what you want in order to get you set up. You can dispatch your own loads, of course. You have access to the load boards. You have access to spot market loads, spot market freight. But why not make the process easier for you? Because, I mean, you may not have the time, and time is money again, remember? You may not have the time to do all this at the same time. You may pull to a truck stop. You may not have an internet access on your truck. You may not have any availability to print out anything, send it in quickly, get it processed quickly. And by the time you get it processed, that load is already gone, it's already booked. So wouldn't it be a refreshing concept to have a dispatching service on your team to help keep you running efficiently and effectively, making you money week in and week out, month in and month out, however long you see fit. So we here at the Exodus Logistics Learning Center, we are reinstituting our dispatching service now, Exodus Dispatching Service, to provide you with the best loads that we can possibly find. Our percentage is 8% for the loads, and we usually add that percentage in on top of the negotiated quote that we send to the broker and to the or shippers. We're also in the process of moving towards dedicated lanes for you as we book loads with the brokers, those same brokers over and over again. At some point, those brokers are going to say to us, your carrier's doing well, he's delivering on time, things like that. Let's set him up on a dedicated lane. Also, too, we are building relationships with factoring companies where we can add services to our dispatching service, things like fuel advances, fuel cards, tire repair, all types of incentives that we pass along to our carriers. But we are building to that process yet. We are not there yet. I want to be honest with you, but we are building because we understand that these extra services are needed by the carriers. I kind of wish I had it when I was driving, but we didn't. So, but I know that some carriers just starting out, they may need a fuel advance. They may not have fuel. They may need fuel cards. They may need factory. You know, what are the advantages and disadvantages of these things? So again, would it not be refreshing to have a carrier or a dispatching service that understands and knows the ins and outs of what it takes to run a trucking company successfully? So at least consider, if you are in the market for a dispatcher, consider Exodus Dispatch Services. 757-515-1684 or Exodus Logistics LLC at yahoo.com. You can go to our website also. We have an online dispatcher agreement and profile link on our website at exodusdispatchingandtraining.com. Under carrier services, we have a link for the dispatcher agreement and we have one for the profile. Or I can email you our upgraded dispatching packet. You can fill that out more thoroughly. If you do it that way, please return that along with those other documents that we need: a copy of your MC, a copy of your W-9, a copy of your certificate of insurance, and make sure your insurance is up to date. The policy is not getting ready to expire, because sometimes brokers want to be certificate holders on your certificate of insurance. So just keep that in mind. Again, Exodus Dispatch Services, we are reinstituting our dispatching services to assist carriers, owner-operators with their own authority in DOT, who are driving the equipment types of a 53-foot dry van, a 53-foot refrigerated trailer, and a 48 or 53-foot flatbed. And I like to say also, later on, we will probably incorporate other equipment types later into the dispatching services. But right now, we want to start with the 3 major equipment types. The other ones will come later: the box trucks, the sprinter vans, cargo vans, and hot shots. Okay, so if you are deciding to get a dispatching service, get one that's proven, get one that knows what they're doing, and that can keep you running consistently. And good luck to you guys. Thank you.